Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into another book?
Always excited for a new deep dive.
Well, today we're looking at The Last One at the Wedding, the latest thriller from Jason Rekulak.
Ooh, yeah, I've heard some buzz about this one. Sounds intriguing.
It definitely keeps you on the edge of your seat. It all centers around Frank Szatowski.
And who is Frank?
So Frank is a UPS driver, very dedicated, very proud of his work, about to attend his daughter Maggie's wedding. Except things are far from simple, of course.
Right, because there wouldn't be much of a story otherwise. What makes it so complex?
Well, Rekulak wastes no time establishing Frank's character. It's not just that he's a dad. He's this guy, 25 years accident-free driving, just been inducted into UPS's Circle of Honor.
Yeah, I get it. He's reliable, dependable, all those good dad qualities wrapped up in his profession.
Exactly. And that same sense of commitment carries over to Maggie. He raised her alone after his wife died, and you really feel that weight on him, all the good and the bad that comes with it.
I can see that already setting the stage for conflict. Like he's trying to do right by her, but maybe struggling with letting go, trusting her choices as an adult.
There's definitely that element.
Hmm.
Frank's very aware of his own shortcomings, mistakes he made raising her. And now they've been estranged for years, so this wedding is like this massive chance for him to fix things, reconnect.
High stakes, for sure. And what about Maggie? What's she like?
She's quite the character. We
Yeah.
see her now as this successful, ambitious woman, totally different from the tomboy Frank remembers. Works at Capacity, this big tech company, but there's something guarded about her, like she's holding back.
A bit of a mystery then.
Definitely. Rekulak hints at some deep-seated hurt there. You have to wonder, what happened during those 3 years of silence? Was it just growing up? Or is there something more, a secret they're both keeping?
A secret. That's a good hook. Now, what about the groom? Is he part of the tension here?
Oh, absolutely. We have Aiden, the fiance. On the surface, perfect, right? Talented artist, comes from money, seems like a great catch for Maggie. But from the first time they meet, Frank's suspicious.
Interesting. What sets off those alarm bells for him?
It's subtle, the way Rekulak does it. Aiden's nervous. He tells his story about being mugged. Frank, with his years on the road, meeting all kinds of people, he just senses something's off.
Like a gut feeling, that dad intuition.
Exactly. And that feeling intensifies big time when a mysterious photo shows up.
A photo. Ooh, okay, spill the details.
It's Aiden with another woman, Dawn Taggart. And on the back, a handwritten message. Where is Dawn Taggart?
Whoa, that's not your typical wedding RSVP. Talk about a wrench in the plans.
Right. And it's at this point that the setting of the wedding becomes really important. They're all going to Osprey Cove.
Osprey Cove, tell me more about this place.
It's like this super luxurious summer camp owned by Aiden's family, the Gardners. But it's more than just a location. It represents their wealth, their power, this whole world they control.
I can see that. A secluded, exclusive setting, probably full of secrets.
Oh, definitely secrets. And right away, they have everyone sign these privacy docs, like 56 pages worth.
56 pages? Seriously?
Yeah, it's intense. Like, they're trying to control the narrative before anything even happens. Total red flag for Frank, obviously.
I bet. So you've got this simmering tension between Frank and Maggie, a mysterious fiance, a missing woman, and now this super controlling family. What happens next?
Well, let's just say things at Osprey Cove get a whole lot more complicated. It's like
Oh.
walking on eggshells, right?
Hmm.
Every little detail of this place just screams something's not right.
Hmm.
Rekulak does this thing where even the clocks at Osprey Cove are set 15 minutes fast.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, that's creepy.
It's subtle, but it adds to this feeling that they're manipulating reality, Like they're in control of time itself.
Definitely sets an unsettling tone. And we already know Catherine Gardner is kind of this shadowy figure, always sick, hidden away in her room.
Right, and you get the sense that she's the real power behind everything, even though Errol's the one with the money. Oh, interesting, like the brains of the operation.
Yeah, and when Frank finally meets her, she just drops this bombshell.
What? What happened?
She admits to confronting Dawn, striking her, and then Dawn fell down the stairs.
Whoa. Okay, so she admits to being involved in Dawn's death.
But there's no remorse, no panic. It's just this chilling detachment like it was an accident, just something that happened.
Yikes, that's cold. Really shows you the kind of people they are, no regard for human life.
Exactly. And makes you wonder, what else are they capable of?
Exactly. Like, how far will they go to protect their secrets?
Well, the wedding day gets closer. The tension just keeps building.
Makes sense. Especially with Dawn still missing and Frank poking around asking questions.
Right. And then Aiden disappears.
The groom goes missing. Come on, what is going on at this wedding?
I know, right? Talk about drama. Everyone's searching for him. But Frank, he remembers something about Aiden having a secret art studio.
Oh. So Aiden had this hideaway, his own space away from the family.
Yeah, it's like his escape from all the pressure and expectations.
Make you think he wasn't totally happy with this whole wedding situation.
Well, that's where everything starts to unravel. Frank finds Aiden at the studio, and Aiden confesses that the marriage is all a setup.
A setup? What do you mean?
Errol orchestrated the whole thing.
Why? What was Errol's angle here?
It's all about control, right? He wanted to keep Aiden close, make sure he didn't lose control of the company,
So Maggie was just a pawn in his game.
basically. And Aiden, he's torn. He loves Maggie, but he hates what his family's doing.
Man, talk about a messed up situation. So he's trapped, disgusted by his family's actions, but in love with Maggie.
It's really tragic. He knows about his mother and Dawn, but he doesn't know what to do, how to escape it all.
Makes sense he'd want to hide away in that studio, get away from all the lies and manipulation.
Right. And then, just when it seems like maybe Aiden will come clean, Errol and Hugo show up at the studio.
Hugo, the creepy property manager,
The
right?
one and only. And then a gunshot rings out.
Oh no, don't tell me.
Yeah, Aiden's dead.
Wow. Rekulak does not hold back.
And of course, the Gardners, they use their money and influence to cover it up.
They make it look like a suicide.
Exactly. They silence anyone who might question what happened. And life at Osprey Cove goes on as if nothing happened.
Ugh, that's awful. So they literally get away with murder.
It seems that way. Frank tries to warn his sister Tammy. Errol's been showering her with gifts and stock options.
Yeah, he's trying to buy her silence, keep her on his side.
Right. But she's blinded by the money, the lifestyle. She won't listen to Frank.
Classic case of greed winning over family.
It's heartbreaking, really. But just when you think it's all over, Rekulak throws in another twist. The police contact Frank about a fire
A fire? Where?
at Oliver's store. Remember Oliver, Maggie's old boss?
Oh, yeah. Dr. Cell Phone. Wait, are they implying Maggie had something to do with the fire?
They say her alibi doesn't check out. And to make things even more suspicious, they find boudoir photos of Maggie on Oliver's phone.
Whoa, hold on. So now Maggie's involved in arson, maybe something more going on with her and this Oliver guy?
It changes everything, right? Makes you question everything you thought you knew about her.
Totally. So was she using Oliver to get ahead? Is this all about ambition for her?
Frank confronts her, and she admits it.
Admits to what? The fire. Using Oliver.
To everything. The arrangement with Errol, her ambition, the whole deal.
Wow. Talk about a betrayal. Frank must be devastated.
He is. It's like his whole world just shattered, but it also makes him even more determined to protect her.
Protect her. From what? The Gardners.
From them, from herself, from the consequences of her actions.
That's a tough spot to be in. Trying to save someone who might not want to be saved.
It makes you wonder, is she a victim manipulated by these powerful people, or is she, like, playing the game herself?
Right. It's a fine line, and Rekulak doesn't give us easy answers. But Frank, he can't just stand by, can he?
You can't. And he might have something to help him. Remember Abigail, Aiden's niece?
The one who is afraid of spiders.
Yeah, well, she gives Frank this hand-drawn map. Shows a spot in Lake Wyndham.
A map. What does she think it leads to?
She thinks Aiden wanted her to have it, that maybe it's connected to Dawn's disappearance. Could be the key to the whole thing.
Okay, so it's not just about Maggie anymore. It's about finding out what happened to Dawn, holding the Gardners responsible for whatever they did.
Right. And the map, it becomes Frank's leverage. He goes to Boston, confronts Errol and that lawyer, Jerry, right in their fancy penthouse.
He's taking on the big guys now. Bold move.
He doesn't want money for himself. He wants justice. He uses the map to force Errol to give him 5,000 shares of Capiziti stock.
Whoa, so he's playing their game, using their greed against them.
Exactly. The blue-collar guy outsmarting the billionaires. It's kind of satisfying, honestly.
I can see that. So what happens? Does he expose them?
He gets what he wants, the stock.
Right.
And in the final scene, just as he's about to leave the penthouse, he hears Maggie's voice calling him.
Oh, wow. So she's there.
Rekulak doesn't say that explicitly. It's just her voice. But Frank, he doesn't turn around. He just walks away, leaves the apartment, leaves Maggie behind.
That's powerful. So many questions left unanswered. Why doesn't he go to her?
It's an ending that makes you think, right? Is he protecting himself?
Yeah.
Recognizing that she's made her choices, and he can't change them.
Could be. Or maybe it's his way of saying, wake up, Maggie. This is the life you've chosen.
Right. Maybe it's tough love, a last-ditch effort to make her see what she's become.
And what about the map? Does it ever lead anywhere?
We never find out. Is it just about Dawn, or is it something more, like a symbol of all the secrets buried beneath their wealth and power?
That ambiguity, that's what makes the last one at the wedding so fascinating.
Absolutely. Rekulak makes us question everything. Ambition, family, the choices we make.
Yeah, it's not just a thriller. It really digs into those moral dilemmas, the price of success.
From a wedding to murder to this father trying to save his daughter, it's one heck of a ride.
Really makes you think about the lengths people will go to for power and the impact it has on everyone around them.
So if you're looking for a book that will keep you guessing, make you question everything, the last one at the wedding is it. Definitely recommend giving it a read, and then let us know your theories on that ending.
Yeah, jump into the comments. Let's discuss.